everybody, welcome back to Jack on a Journey. My name is Jack, and today I've come back a little bit later than planned because stuff in the transfer window got very interesting. Players were getting a bit annoyed, so I wasn't letting them leave. So I've got a sneeze coming. Hopefully not. We did manage to bring in a winger. He's one for the future. He's not one for now. Because my plan is, for next season, if we get into Europe, which we should do, is to play a 4-3-3 in Europe and then stick with the 4-1-2-1-2 in the league. We just need to get another winger. But we have brought in... Stuff's happened. Let's show you. We're only going to play the one game today, and it's against... I forgot who it was against. Who are we playing, boys? Eindhoven. We're playing them. So... Transfer history. We'll go with the outs. So we got rid of two players. One was a youth player, and one was Arana, the left back. And Shanghai came in with a around £10 million offer for him, and I was like, you know, he's what? He's 30 years old now. 30 years old. He's been fantastic for us, but we're not going to get decent money for him unless we sell him to a Chinese club. And I was like, okay, well, we'll see what we can do. Obviously, he's never really stuck around anywhere except for Corinthians and a bit of Sevilla. But recently, he's never stuck around. But yeah, we said, okay, give us 30 mil. And they were like, I think they put in like 15, 14, something like that. And I was like, that's not enough. I was like, okay, 29 mil, how about that? So 1 million less than the 30. They're like, yeah, all up front. Yeah, go for it, 29 mil. So I was like... It was annoying because he was our best left back. But to get £29 million for a 30-year-old, I was like, I can't really turn that down. It left us a little bit short at left back, but we have brought in a lone guy. And what's his name? Stankovic is now happy. He's our first choice left back. I couldn't get rid of him. And there wasn't any decent left backs around, really. There was... what's his name? He went to Bayer Leverkusen. He was the guy we had at Anderlecht. He's recently gone to... Here he is, Bukaraki. Forgot how to say his name. Butarukuri. I could have brought him in. He went to Bayer Leverkusen for £21 million. But I was like... he annoyed me when we were at Anderlecht. So I'd rather not. Craig Levine is the manager of Leverkusen. That's interesting. Interesting indeed. So yeah, £30 million. I was like, okay. We had signed this guy. I kept this one on the quiet. He's Ari Hunarato Jr. from Atletico Minora for £9 million. He is a goalkeeper, and £9 million was his release clause. 3.5-star current, 4.5-star potential. He looks excellent. 19-year-old Brazilian wonder kid. He'd be playing very well for Minoro this season. But he just looks fantastic. I'm easing him into the squad because obviously he doesn't know Dutch. He can speak Spanish and Portuguese. Fair enough. But we brought him in for £9 million. And he's going to be our starting keeper next season. But I'm slowly easing him into the side with Hawkas. Simmons made a dreadful error in one of the games, so he's no longer a starting keeper. So this guy and Hawkas can swap it around just so we can ease into Dutch football a little bit. And, you know, luckily we've got a Brazilian centre-back, so they should be able to communicate quite well, I would assume. But then this is our new winger, Paulo Sella. He's a 17-year-old, like I said, one for the future. We spent a bit of money on him. He's a left winger. 2.5-star current, 5-star potential. He's got pace for days. And he looks decent, to be fair. He's only ever played the one adult game of football. And we've spent quite a bit of money on him. But he looks like he could be a player. And if we can, you know, if he could play in Europe, 7.25 could rise to 40 mil. I reckon that could be a bargain if we play it right. Because I'm planning on sticking with Ajax for a little bit. So we should see him grow quite a bit. So he's a left winger. He can also play cam and right wing on the left mid if needed. But we just need to get a right winger. there wasn't abundance. Obviously, it's January, so there wasn't abundance of people selling. And then we also brought in Manuel Okafor, who's a backup left back, 2.5-star current, 4-star potential. So we've downgraded at left back, but Stankovic is fine there for now, purely because we can get rid of him. It shows how he's going to Reading in the summer, and where are Reading? They're in the Championship. Fantastic. Frank Lampard, our former, he was with us at Maribor, was it? Maribor. He ended up managing Maribor, and then he went to Huddersfield and Reading, but they are in a relegation scrap by the looks of it in the Championship, and that's our backup left back now. He's going to be Ajax's backup left back, and he is going to Reading, who are scrapping for relegation. But we'll ignore that. We couldn't bring anyone else in. Rossmann is now upset. The second time he's been upset under me, because we wouldn't let him join some Russian club. So we're going to definitely power him off in the summer and bring in someone new, a younger guy who can perform. So he's not going to. Hopefully Westland can actually grow as a player, because he's been 2-star ever since we've been here. But schedule. Let's show you the games. I'm all out of sorts at the moment. We've played 4 games. We've lost 2 and we've won 1. 1 was in the cup, so we're out of the cup. But that's not really important at the moment. So we played AZ. We were very rusty looking when we came back. We lost 1-0. They are second in the league currently, so they're a decent side, obviously. But we did all right, because we bounced back against Feyenoord, 1-0 win. Santa Fe getting the goal in that game. We then lost to them in the cup, but that's fine. They got their revenge for last season's final. That is fine. We got to the quarter final. Can't win them every year. Concentrate on the league this year. Try and win that. But then we did beat PEC Swol 2-1. De Meyer getting a goal in the 4th minute. Hopefully that finally kicks his season off. And Santa Fe getting another goal in that game. Everything's been a bit sluggish so far, but we are playing a couple of the bottom 2 teams. So hopefully we can put some goals past. Fingers crossed. Anyway, we can put some goals past them and get some confidence back. But this is a team we are going to go with. And Ronaldo Jr., we're going to have to give him a nickname because that's all squished up and I don't like it. Stankovic, he's in goal. Stankovic Julio, who's now our best centre-back. He's a fantastic little player, 4-star now. Javier Julia, how much did we sign him for and where did we get him from? Napoli for 775k, and he's now, we bought him from Colombia, but he was at Napoli. He's now our best centre-back, so decent. And Kaya and Exerberg at the back. Busquets holding mid, with Santa Fe and Westling in the middle. Alves, Machowski and De Meyer. We're going to give De Meyer another go, because I'm not going to give you the number 3 shirt, mate. I do apologise. We're going to give because he scored in the last game, so why not? If he can score in the last game, he can score in this game. That's what I'm thinking. Passionately say we're on a good run lately. I don't know how 2 wins and 2 losses is a good run, but hey ho. And we're up to 4th now. We're starting to get into territory with being on the right games. We've still got another game to play. Obviously, we didn't get the whole 9 points from the games in hand that we did play, which was annoying, as Machowski is now our outright top goal scorer for this season. Machowski with his 11th goal. De Meyer with the assist. Assists, I'm fine with. I'm fine with assists for De Meyer. Anything that contributes into a goal will only boost his confidence, and that will make him the player that we signed, what we hoped we signed anyway. What was I saying? So we're up to 3rd with a win here today. If we win, our next game in hand will be 1 point behind AZ and Heerenveen, which is fine. I'd rather be 1 point behind than 9 points behind. That's as simple as that. We got a better goal difference than them, but it's good that we're finally, getting there. The league's starting to sort itself out in terms of everyone's playing the same amount of games, so we won't have to be having the backlog of games going on. And yeah, as long as we're up there, that's fine. I assume a team like Heerenveen, they're not really a top team in Holland or in Netherlands. I do apologise. They might run out of steam at some point. AZ are a decent team. NAC, who are top for ages, they're now starting to drop back. PSV and Feyenoord are also coming up as well. So the landscape of the league, it will change at some point. So they've picked up 5 yellow cards in the first half already. But yeah, the landscape of the league will change at some point. It's just when it will change, and will we be in top form when it does change, so we can get the best possible position. As finally their yellow cards catch up to them as they get a man sent off, and that should just help us perfectly. So we're 1-0 up at half time. Don't let your performances drop. They might be a man down, so that's perfect. Justin Bieber scored for AZ. Brilliant. Yeah, this top 4 here, I don't think will be the same top 4 come the end of the season. Hopefully we're not third again. I'd rather be Champions League territory, so first or second. I still haven't looked whether second is Champions League. I assume it's qualifying stage for the Champions League, because third is group stage with Europa League, so that only makes sense. But yeah, as long as we're up there, that's fine. Got to remember that this is still a very young side. So if we can have a very young side next season, but with a year in their belts with Dutch football behind them, that's only going to improve. It's only going to improve it. I explained it horribly, but I hope you get what I mean. It's still going to be a very young side next season, but with a year of Dutch football under their belt, and everyone's going to know the language, it should be perfect. I'm going to take Michalski off because he is booked. Ron Colley hasn't played recently because he's been on international duty. So we're going to bring him in, see what he can do. De Meyer's having a good game because he got that assist, which is good to see. As long as he keeps on having good games, that is fine. I'm gonna risk it and praise them. Only one person got fired up. Was it worth the risk? I don't know if it was worth the risk. Stankovic now on the left-hand side finds Santa Fe. Stankovic whips in. De Meyer's there, and it's just gone wide. He's getting there, which is good. Everyone else is fired up now, which is fantastic. De Meyer. We dropped him for a few games, and he never moaned. His training went up. He got a 10 rating, I believe, in training at one point. So excellent, fair play to him. He clearly works hard, and he's got a goal and an assist, and he's getting on the end. He's getting chances. He just seems like a different player now than what we had earlier on in the season, which is fantastic. And we've started the second half of the season with a win. It wasn't a great win, a 1-0 win. We're going to say, it's a bit of a let-off, but a win is a win at the end of the day. And I know we should be demolishing teams like Eindhoven and Venlo, but as long as we pick up the 3 points, that's all that matters. It's going okay. Game in hand, 6 points behind AZ, so we're 3 points behind if we do win. We'll have to see what happens. When should we come back next? That AZ game seems perfect to come back for, doesn't it? So we'll come back for the NEC and AZ games. I don't think we've played either of them this season. If we have, I can't remember. So we'll come back for those 2 games, and hopefully by then it'll be a fight for the title started and kicked off. Fingers crossed. Anyway, if you did enjoy that, please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe if you are new. And I shall see you again tomorrow, I assume. My upload schedule is all over the place. I'll see you whenever. Thank you very much for watching.